Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Watchers Network. I'm your host, the Electric Excited Eddie V, with some new glasses. Gotta show them off. Joining me is Bossman himself, the one, the only Mr. Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Hello, Ed. You know what's in? You know what's in now, Ed?
What's it?
Monk fruit.
Monk fruit?
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know. I'll talk about it at Snacktendo, but it's delicious. Whatever it is, it's delicious.
Spoiler alert! Gosh,
Is that a new Red Bull flavor?
We'll talk about it at Snacktendo, but yes, I think it is.
Okay, because I know the vanilla blueberry has been the hit here in Illinois. Everybody loves that flavor. But everybody, we got a special guest. You know her. You love her. She's part of the indie block. Yes! The one, the only, Miss Stephanie Klimov. Hello!
hello! I'm so happy to be back. I'm honored that you said special 3 times. Corey, how come you don't introduce me like that on Boss Rush podcast?
Because I don't have to lie to you.
You know what? I'm going to shadow kick you when I see you.
I'm just kidding.
I'm loving the energy. I really needed this to perk up, to start my weekend. This is how I'm starting my weekend right.
Yeah,
Yes.
despite all the craziness happening in the world right now for
That we're not
some
talking
reason,
about. That we're not talking about. That we're not
I'm having a very good couple days, you know. You know why? Is because the bossies are finally all posted.
I know, done.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Congratulations.
96 videos.
Holy moly.
5 hours of amazing content.
Yeah, that's too long.
Well,
It was cool
have
though.
Takeaways for next year.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but yeah, that was
Yes.
we got to send out a few emails, but other than that, like, it's done. It's done.
Yeah.
Yes.
They'll be shared over Blue Sky over the next week or so, and
Mm-hmm.
all the clips are already out on Twitter, and
That's awesome.
Yes.
some not everything, but some will go out on Instagram at some point. But yeah, it was a good time.
Yes, awesome. So everybody do check it out here on Boss Rush Network, and do check out the show also on bossrush.net. Stephanie, I gotta ask you a question, because me and Corey have probably spent almost 11 hours talking about a certain console that got announced. What is your initial thoughts on Switch 2?
Oh, right off the bat, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, my initial thoughts are, I don't know if it's surprising or unsurprising, but it actually was pretty much what I imagined it would be and what I wanted it to be. I imagined and wanted it to be just an iteration of the Switch, because the Switch was highly successful. There's really no need to reinvent the wheel. If Nintendo wants to come up with something innovative, you can skip a generation to do that. And then just take what you got, refine it a bit, because it looks sexy, it looks nice, it looks refined. But then, like I said, add a little bit of power, add a little bit of a kick, so we can get more of that third party support. So, and honestly, I'm just glad they finally at least announced it, because I was really getting sick and tired of the leaks. I wasn't even looking for the leaks, and leaks were like in my face, and I'm like,
Yes.
I just need it to be announced so people can shut the what up. But it's got me very excited. I at first wasn't quite sure if I would get it a day one, because I'm like, well, if it's going to be simple, no, this will be a day one if I'm able to pre-order it. So happy for it. I know some people nitpick it, like, oh, the logo's ugly or the naming, whatever. I don't really see too much for me to criticize at this point. And I'm
Right.
very much looking forward to the direct in April.
The reveal the reveal with the big 2 really reminded me of the Destiny 2 reveal because of the giant 2. The how that conference opens, like literally the first 30 seconds, Luke Smith, the former franchise director, walked out on stage, and like there's just this massive screen behind him that has a number 2 on it. That like really reminded me of the Destiny 2 reveal.
Yeah.
Let's hope the Switch 2 has a better launch than Destiny 2 did.
Oh wow. Even though Destiny 2 is a great game when it launched.
I agree, but the community does not. So
The community
It's fickle.
is the Destiny community.
The community is almost non-existent now.
Oh, well.
Anyways,
that is another conversation to have.
Tune in next Friday for Tower Casuals as we discuss where that community went and if Heresy will bring them back.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. So, well, everybody, yeah, it's a great Friday night that we are recording this one. The weather is kind of chilly, but yeah, it's been warm here. Hopefully, it has been warm in your areas too, Stephanie and Corey. I think they said over the weekend it's supposed to get a little bit warmer here. So we have a weird winter, but a great show and video games for this month and next month. I'm super excited as we are in February. Goodness, Monster
Where did January
Hunter
go? Is it just me? Did January just go away? Did it just not exist? Like, what happened to January?
It blew past pretty quickly. Unfortunately, a lot happened. So, like in old school cartoons, when people get in fights, you see that big dust cloud and various like fists and hands. It's like a tornado. Like that's how I felt like January was. And then when that blew past, I'm like, what just happened?
Well, shoot. Well, we're about to get major stuff. Probably not much from Nintendo at the moment, but a lot of for PlayStation and for Microsoft. Man, I'm super excited for not only my Son of Wilds, but Avowed. It's like one of my most anticipated games for Xbox. It seems that some people got the review codes for the game, so the reviews will be dropping in a couple of weeks. I'm super excited for that, but that's going to be one of Microsoft's first party game released this year. Not calling Ninja Gaiden Black because that is Koei Tecmo's.
Xbox published it though. They're counting it as a first party release. Although it's released on everything, so I don't know. I don't know. Xbox is weird. Sorry, didn't mean to derail.
No, that's fine. Because actually, when Ninja Gaiden actually came out, it was only for Xbox, the modern ones.
Yeah, and then PlayStation got the weird Sigma versions, which is like not hyper violent.
Right. It then they did Ninja Gaiden Black for Xbox. It's a weird series after Itagaki got a hold of the series. I'm just gonna say that.
It's on Switch though. That the trilogy is on Switch though. I forgot that they released that Sigma trilogy on Switch.
Oh yeah, that is right. I know Razor's Edge was on Wii U.
Wii U, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, hopefully everybody is enjoying that. But we're gonna quickly get into this housekeeping. This is Nintendo Pow Block, the Nintendo podcast for Boss Rush Media and the Boss Rush Network. You can catch us every Monday morning on your favorite podcast app, on YouTube, and on our free tier over on Patreon. If you want to support us, you can head over to patreon.com/Boss Rush Network, and for as little as $1 a month, you gain 2-week early access to Expansion Pass, 1 month early access to Video Game Book Club, exclusive access to Power Block 1-Up episodes, and more. If you can't support us financially, no big deal. Leave us a 5-star rating and a nice review on podcast apps, or subscribe to us on YouTube and leave a comment or a like. You can find all of our podcasts and more content like daily banters, features, reviews, and more over on our website, bossrush.net. So we got some upcoming content, everybody. Definitely for me. Hopefully you guys got to read my Blade Chimera review. Had a wonderful time playing that game. It is literally one of my nominations for Game of the Year for indie games. So hopefully you guys are inspired to play this game after reading my review. Definitely, I told LeBron about it. I'm like, hopefully he plays it or gives it a try. It's really, really good. Right now, it's just for Switch and PC, but hopefully it does come to Xbox and PlayStation later on in the year. But Blade Chimera, yeah, you guys gonna really enjoy that game. So that is my upcoming content, and I got some banters that's coming up because me and David kind of got to talking in chat about box art. You know, he just like, who has the worst box art? And I'm just like, that's so
Ooh.
boring. Let's talk about the modern box art. So I drew up Cabera's Deer Hunter 2001. And so I'm going to be doing a Boss Rush banter about box art, who is Timu, and who gets a woohoo. So
I like that.
yeah. So that better is coming, everybody. Sorry, I just been busy at work. Even though we supposed to have cut hours, I've been working like crazy with extra hours. So
I'm glad you set your alarm today, Ed.
I did set my alarm. I had to be up at 4:30 so I could be at work.
I meant for the podcast, because last week I had to text you 45 times for you to get
Stephanie, my soul went to heaven last week. I was out.
Gosh.
Corey was texting me, and I'm just like, what?
Oh,
yeah. So,
good times.
I was tired. Okay.
rightfully so.
Yeah, and then we proceeded to a 3-hour podcast. So.
Jeez,
Exactly.
that was the time. Wow.
I mean, all of our podcasts this year, except for one, have been over 3 hours. So.
I don't think tonight's going to be like that.
No, it's not. we're gonna be good. We're gonna stay on time. We have our special guest, Corey. Be nice.
No,
he picks on me all the time. It's okay.
You're compared to me.
No, not compared to you. He have a special place in his heart. And there he just goes on hiding.
All right. Well, Stephanie, do you have any upcoming content or anything?
I do, and Corey, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe my spotlight with Crash Droid, a video game composer, music person, will release next week, the first week of February.
Yeah, it'll be up by the time you hear this. If you listen to this on the day it comes out, it'll be out tomorrow.
Yay!
Yes. All right. Hey, Corey, do you have any upcoming content?
Nothing to really promote. I mean, the Bossies, I guess you can check those out in 2 to 5 minute clips now, if you want. And then I think I plugged this last week, but I also guested on Nintendo Main podcast, and that was a really good time. We talked a lot about Switch 2 and that kind of thing. So it was a good time. Love those guys.
They are awesome. Well, everybody, it's time for Snacktendo! Okay, Corey. Me and Stephanie are waiting to hear this flavor of Red Bull. So, what have you been snacking on?
Yeah, so here's the thing. I was really trying to be good this week because I've been drinking Red Bull like it's like my lifeblood for the last 2 months because of the Bossies, right? So, and it has been, I'm not gonna lie, it's been keeping me afloat. But I didn't order my bulk case of Red Bull this week, and so I stopped by the gas station because there was they have those deals on the small cans or whatever. And they were out of the sugar-free ones that I always drink. And I'm like, oh no, what do I do? And I took a chance. My brain said it was okay to take a chance on this new flavor, or it's new to me at least, of Red Bull Zero called Monk Fruit. And it says
okay.
It is some sort of fruit that acts as a natural sweetener.
Yep.
And let me tell you, it is. This is what I told Josh last night. I said it might be the best thing I ever put in my mouth.
Ooh, hello.
It's delicious.
liquid wise.
Well, I'm not. Well, you guys can take that all as you want. I'm just talking about edible substances here. Okay. Delicious. It's
Nice.
literally the best drink I've ever had. I think it's so
All right, I'll
good.
definitely have to keep an eye out for it because I really can only have the sugar-free Red Bull. Just because the added sugar makes me like have a heart implosion. So, but I'm always looking for different flavors, and I know the sugar-free doesn't really have as much of a variety of choices than the standard
Yeah.
one. So
It also
it's
has
good.
like a tenth of the sodium that normal Red Bull has in it too,
Oh, that's good.
but it's still carbonated, so it still tastes like, I don't know, it's weird, but it tastes really good. No sugar, no any, like, there's literally nothing in here.
The flavor like makes up for the sweetness.
Oh, it's so good,
of
man.
it.
So good.
I wonder. I wonder if it might not be out at all stores. And our Red Bull representative haven't came yet, so I haven't got a chance to talk to him. But I'll ask him about the flavor and see if we could get it in.
Do they drive the little vans that look like little Red Bull trucks? With the Red Bull
Actually,
can
no.
Oh, fail.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's very rare because we kind of get the Red Bull representative like very random, and they only come like about once a month.
Interesting.
Yeah, because the orders that they send us, kind of be like almost like 30 cases of Red Bull, of different flavors in like the 4-pack. So, but Celsius is their competition now because like we sell that, and that one has been selling more than Red Bull. So it's kind of like, the
big thing around here for the kids around here is a drink called Prime. I don't know what it
we
is.
sell that too.
My nephews are obsessed with it. I don't know what it is. I refuse.
Probably
to taste
because who's the YouTube? Is it Mr. Beast that promotes it or someone? Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Oh.
Yeah, Jake Paul does. I will say this. So they had the goodness, it's the red, white, and blue flavor. It's an icy thing.
Bomb Pop.
Bomb Pop. Yeah, that was kind of like the first one that came out. I tried it. It's okay. It's good. I like that flavor. But it used to be the thing here. It's not anymore. Like Prime is not a big thing anymore here.
Good.
Like a lot of kids were getting it, but now they all went to Celsius. I do like I think it's a Lumi, LLALUMI. It's kind of like a energy drink, but it doesn't have that much sugar and everything because they have a cherry pop one, so like a cherry slushy flavor, which is really really good. We just got some more because they just brought out a watermelon, which I gotta try. But yeah, and as for Red Bull, yeah, the vanilla bean one is a good one for me. That's popular here too. So
yeah.
Oh, and also thank you. I was about to say thank you, Red Bull lady. Last year at PAX East, you all took like the whole case.
I mean, yeah, but I looked up a case. I looked up a case of this on Amazon, which is where I get my normal whatever. It's like twice as much as the normal stuff. I'm like, not worth that much. Not worth that much. But
did you find it? Did you find it? Did you find it at the gas station?
Yeah.
Or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yepperonis. Sure did.
Alrighty.
It's delicious. Monk fruit, everybody. Look it up. It's probably terrible for you. It's probably eating my insides right now. It's fine.
Wow.
Somebody else get me out of here. No. Well, I mean, I made bang bang chicken.
Yummy.
The seasoning. It's like a dry rub version of the sauce that you put on, like, I don't know, when you go to like Japanese restaurants or whatever, like not the yum yum sauce, but the like the spicy stuff, and like but it's like the dry rub of that. So I put it on the chicken and grilled it up, like I normally do. And when I put pictures on Instagram of the chicken that I cook, and
Yeah.
it's really good. It doesn't reheat well though, what I noticed, because it kind of like because like I try to cook it for like at least half the week, at least to eat the rest of the week, and like
food prep.
The seasoning, like if you don't store it correctly, the seasoning kind of like gets gooey and clumps up.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but I mean, it's good. It's good when it's fresh. It's so good. So spicy too.
Yum, 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 yum.
But not like not like Cajun spicy. It's just like it's just a different taste. It tastes really good. So that's it for me.
All right. Stephanie, what have you been snacking on?
Nothing too crazy. I did a little bit of baking over the holidays. It's been a while since I've been on the show. I made Christmas crack, which is very easy and very delicious. You bake, you line up saltine crackers with, you make toffee or whatever it is, like butter and sugar, and you boil it, and then chocolate. So you got the salty and the sweet. It's delicious. It was a hit at work. Made some oatmeal raisins for a friend's birthday, oatmeal chocolate chip. And then it recently was Chinese New Year, and normally we have like a big feast, but my mom's not had a couple health problems, and my dad had a procedure. So Nicola and I just had a quiet night, and we made our it's becoming a tradition, our own homemade dumplings.
Yes.
So it was delicious with ground pork, soy sauce, sesame oil, scallions. Trying to figure out what else we put in there, and then I tried my hand at making my own dumpling wrapper, like the actual dough. It turned out okay. I mean, it was pretty thick because maybe I'm just not used to making a dumpling wrapper. But yeah, overall it turned out good. It was really delicious, and Nikolai's getting better with his dumpling folding skills. So, and he clearly loved it too because he ate like half of it that night. I'm like, dude, this is supposed to last us for a while. He's got a good appetite.
It lasted a whole night.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah. And now he's like all inspired, and he's determined to fill out our family recipe book. So, this will be a fun adventure. So that's kind of it.
Nice. I wish I still have my DS. And there was a cooking game where you get the food, like the ingredients, and you go to the grocery store and you can check them off, and then it teaches you on how to cook it. It was recipes from around the world. I was just cool. Yeah, it was really cool. Well, for me, everybody, I bought a home run in pizza. Just the little miniature ones. I haven't had it like in months. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm at Target. I need to get something to eat for work. So I got that, and I cooked it just right in the microwave that we had at work. And I was just like, this is so delicious. Yes. I actually got some, I don't know if I talked about this on the, on Pow Block, but I actually cooked some lasagna, like a TV dinner kind of lasagna in the oven for the first time, and it took 40 minutes to cook, and it was I was just like, so okay, now I get it. This is why it's better to cook it this way than in the microwave.
Everybody write this down. Ed didn't get fast food. He cooked something in the oven at home.
True. Well, I'm about to ruin your host because I got Chipotle today at work. Only reason why I got it because it was the closest place for me, and we still had a lot of truck stuff, so I was able to go get it and then come back so I could eat, because I had been at work since like 5 a.m, and I didn't get to eat till like 11:30, so I had to go in, and plus we have a busy street where you have to risk your life because a lot of car accidents happen. Oh, good googly moogly. A lot happens. But I got some Valentine's Day little Debbie cakes, the chocolate kind. I got, and some honey buns, the frosted honey
Ooh.
buns by Hosties. I been eating a little bit and got some Tostitos, nachos, and cheese. So cannot wait to enjoy that over this weekend. And then Sunday, I'm debating on going back to get some Japanese food, but I don't know what to get now. I don't know if I should just get my normal sushi. Should I get ramen? I want to try something different this Sunday, so I got to
Mm.
figure out that how it goes. So then I'll let you guys know what I get on the next Pow Block episode. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So that's what I have been snacking on. Well, you guys, where have you been playing with power? Stephanie, where have you been playing with power?
I get to go first. Ooh, okay.
Yes.
So I'll just start off with the honorable mention first, because technically I didn't play it, but I observed it. Mentioned it before we started recording, but my son is getting into Game Builder Garage. And it's on my account, so it's going to be forever recorded during my Nintendo wrap up at the end of the year. But I'm glad it's not just all Minecraft. So my son is really starting to, a lot of kids who like to play video games may say, "Oh, I want to make a video game," but my son is trying to put the money where his mouth is, and he remembered that I bought it for him. So says, "Mommy, I'd like to try that game making game." I'm like, "All right." It's dense. I mean, I think Nintendo's did a good job with it, but even for me, I was like, "This is a lot of information." But it's cool to see his mind just like it's when he sees like he's connecting an action to whatever, and then it comes to fruition, he just gets so excited. So it's nice to watch him play that and, like, I don't know, see that next step in development in playing games. Because I remember when he first couldn't even do didn't even know how to put a block in Minecraft, and now he's teaching himself how to code with Game Builder Garage. Like that next step of like, critical thinking and gaming. It's a proud mom moment. So that's my honorable mention.
Oh.
Um, I do play my Pokemon trading card game Pocket on my phone. The Pocket game did release a new expansion pack. I think it's like Time versus Space, something really cheesy. And they also just dropped their trade functionality, and I'm trying to work on a how-to, but they've already released a press release saying that they got a lot of feedback that it wasn't very user-friendly. Like you need like stamina, but also like trading power, you need to burn cards. Like it's a lot just to trade online. So they'll probably update that in the future. I haven't successfully completed a trade yet, but it's fun. You get 2 free picks, like card picks a day, and I go in there, I get my little points, and I don't know, it's just fun, something I can pick up and put down. And I feel like that actually has become a big money saver because I've been buying a lot of physical cards lately, the last like 2, 3 years, and I've burned a lot of money on physical cards, and now I can kind of get that fix.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's been working. I haven't really been splurging on Pokemon cards until Prismatic Evolutions came out, which is the latest expansion, and that's only because the primary rare cards are the Eevee evolutions, and I love my Eevee evolutions.
Are
So.
are those the ones that they were selling at Costco? That all they had. There's, I guess, some Pokemon cards came out that was in this big pack, and they had to form a line, and people were like buying like 10 whole box packs at
I wouldn't be
Costco's.
surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that was it. Like people,
I
I
was,
mean, they're all getting scalped, but this one is like highly, highly, highly sought after. In fact, my Shaw's randomly has a Pokemon card vending machine all of a sudden. It was really weird. Just one day it just showed up. So I got a Prismatic Evolutions from there, and I'm grateful because since it's direct from the Pokemon company, it was sold at the price it was set.
mhm.
And it was late at night, so I'm like, I'm gonna go back first thing in the morning and get more. Sold out already. So people go and they just wipe it clean. But what I've been really playing is Okami HD. So
Yes,
Okami,
yes.
yes, It's one of my 4 backlog games that I promised myself that I would play because I saw the trailer for the future Okami sequel, and I said, I cannot, in my good conscience, not have played the original before I get to this. And I know many people have said it's like if you like Zelda, you like Okami. So I'm fine. So I'm about 9, 10 hours in the game. For the most part, I'm enjoying it because it does satisfy that Zelda itch in its own way. Beautiful art style. Even though some of the humor is kind of awkward, it is also funny.
Hmm.
The only thing that one of the things that I struggle with though is the brush technique, which is great in execution. I don't know if it's the Switch touchscreen or not, but I feel like it's almost never accurate. There is one part of the game. I might have mentioned it in Boss Rush, Corey, but it's like you were all getting flushed down a river on a log, and you need to draw line vines to hook onto your log to prevent you from going into the
Yeah.
waterfall. I did that freaking like almost a dozen times, and I'm following the directions. You draw a line from the flower to the hook in half, like I would say a 75% fail rate. Like I could see the connection, but anyway, it just wasn't taking. And it happens a lot when I'm trying to fight enemies and do the strike. Half the time it
Yeah.
doesn't work. I'm like, what am I doing wrong here? Um, but I mean, that's a nitpick. Like overall, it's like a grand adventure. I can see why people really loved it. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing the end of the game and what the sequel will bring. So that's what I've been really into.
Yes. I've been trying to get Corey to play it. Corey and our friend Jesse to play Okami HD,
Hey,
and
I played like 5 hours of it
you did, you
on
did, you
Switch
did,
when it first came out,
you did.
and that
What
was my
was
time with the game.
Yeah, what was your struggle with it, Corey, if you didn't finish it?
Well, first of all, the inverted controls were killing me.
Thank you. I didn't like that
I could
either.
not. I physically could not play the game because of the
Mm,
inverted controls. I'm so averse to inverted controls that like any game that doesn't like
Mm.
Luigi's Mansion 1 is the same way on GameCube. I can't play that game anymore because of the inverted controls.
And I always wonder, did they introduce the inverted controls in Okami HD? Because I don't think they were inverted when they was on PS2 when I played
They
it.
were. They
Hmm.
were. And a lot of the Nintendo games that came out at that time, those controls were inverted as well.
mhm. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it, but I put up with it because I know that well, I shouldn't say I know, but when the sequel comes out, it's gonna have the the modern control sensibilities.
Mm.
So it's either not gonna have inverted controls, or if it does, hopefully it will have the option to not.
Okay. Yes. Well, I hope you enjoy Okami HD. It's one of the games that I brought from GameStop. I pre-ordered the game. Um, got off for work, drove 30 minutes to the GameStop that I pre-ordered it from, and took
Mm,
a whole week off of vacation just to play that game. And so
nice.
I'm downstairs on this big screen TV playing that game, just like in awe and wonder. And then was saddened that the game didn't sell. I was just like, oh, this is when like Capcom was about to be going through some things on PS2,
Mhm.
PS3.
I I wonder if they'll remake that first game before that sequel comes out. Because the sequel is like, I mean, that's Clover's just, I mean, it's probably, it hasn't even been open 6 months, right? Like,
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't, I mean, I'm sure Hideki Kamiya has been working on it in his own time while he was on, because, he had that non compete clause in his platinum contract. So, like, when he left platinum, he couldn't work anywhere for like, what, 2 years, I think it was? A year and a
Mm-hmm.
half? Something like that. Um, But yeah, I don't know. I that's if there's any game that deserves a remake, it is Okami. I think
mhm.
just for the simple fact to update the controls in the. I mean that art style. If you redid it the way that Wind Waker
Yeah.
HD was remade, like
Yeah.
man,
And
Yep.
that's the only game that uses that art style. Like, there's no other game that uses the uki print. Um,
Yeah,
and
well,
I
they made
remember,
that DS game, right? Okami Den or whatever.
yeah, Commandant. They did, and everybody thought that was the sequel, but that was where Kami and them had already left. They were at Platinum.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm,
you know,
yeah.
so maybe we will give Vita for Joe 3 now, because I think Capcom has a new management, so I think that's why he went back and teamed up with Capcom.
Mm.
Okay,
For
well,
the studio.
Nintendo, sorry, Capcom's on a roll. Like, I'm so excited for
They
Capcom.
can't miss. They
Mm.
cannot miss right now, for sure.
I'm still trying to figure out what was the change that happened that made them successful.
I mean, they probably just took a step back, and they obviously didn't want somebody to buy them, so they were like,
You're
let's take a
right.
step back.
Yep.
Let's look
I
at
feel like
what
they
we're
went
good
back
at.
to basics, and I think,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't mean
Mm-hmm.
to cut you off. I'm so sorry. I think
That's fine.
one of the factors, one of the igniting factors, was when they remade Resident Evil 2.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say the
Yeah.
same thing. Like they were like, okay, let's remake a game. Let's gain some confidence back, right? I think didn't Resident Evil 7 come out before that?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
Oh, you're
that was
right. So
like
that too. Mm-hmm.
that was like a good starting point. They were like, what are we good at? Okay, Resident Evil. What made the first game work? Okay, the mansion. Let's set this game in a very secluded, kind of claustrophobic area like the first game and modernize it. Because that's essentially what Resident Evil 7 was until like the last act, I guess, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
in the mansion, scary family,
First person view.
yeah, first person, like, and then they're
Well,
like,
yeah, it
great.
was a return to form of pure horror because what came before it, 5 and 6, was very actiony,
Mm-hmm.
which the
Yeah.
action's great, but they were drifting from, like, I don't know, their roots, so to speak.
It was a shift, and a lot of companies did it, that they try to make their games appeal to more Westerners. Instead of
Yeah.
feeling like, because like even like Monster Hunter, I always say that Monster Hunter 4 on 3DS was kind of the start of everybody getting into the Monster Hunter series, and I think from there, Capcom just started getting successful for different things. Bionic Commando 2, like that 360 DLC, and then just like all of these other games, they started becoming more popular. And Konami, I think Konami started having their downfall around the time that Monster Hunter became big, Mega Man got remembered, and like Street Fighter became a big deal and stuff. Konami ended up having their downfall after Kojima left. So I think everybody just started going to Capcom for a lot of their games. They
Mm-hmm.
brought that Eastern philosophy and design that they were known for back.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And then Monster Hunter obviously took off too. So Monster
Oh
Hunter
yeah.
World
Mm-hmm.
was.
It I still find it funny that the 3DS was a system to get a lot of companies in their franchises noticed, and like Back to the Top, Fire Emblem Awakening did it for Nintendo, and Monster Hunter did it for Capcom, and then
Yeah.
just bam, it exploded from there. So, like,
Yep.
wow. What is that all, Stephanie?
Yep, that's it.
All right, Corey, what have you been playing with Power?
So Ed, big news. Big news. I finished the campaign in Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Yes!
I made it through the Dark Castle. Very, very
Yes.
Anticlimactic. I mean, it's not an action game, right? It's a farming and life sim. So like how whatever, it's fine. You basically go and spoilers for the campaign for Disney Dreamlight Valley. If you want to not know, give me 5 seconds, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You basically go through the Dark Castle and you find out that the valley, that's like the darkness that's been taking over the valley, has been the dark version of yourself. because you were the previous ruler of the valley, and then it's
Interesting.
like a Knights of the Old Republic Darth Revan situation.
Oh
Honestly,
wow.
like that's literally what it is. Except that like your dark half has been split from your light half,
Hmm.
and you're playing like the game you're playing your light half, and you're trying to solve the mystery of what's going on, and then you find out it's your dark half that's taking over the valley because
Yeah.
they felt excluded from participating in the events of the valley. So um I don't know. I mean it was fine. It was whatever. And now my dark half lives in the valley and is no longer my dark half, but just the purplish part of my character. So with horns and glowing yellow eyes and bat wings.
So now it's just all the DLC and you changing stuff now.
Uh yeah. So I've been playing that, and I am trying to finish up all the realm quests before I continue on to A Rift in Time, because A Rift in Time is apparently really like once you're on that island, you don't really want to leave, I guess, is what I've been reading online.
Hmm.
Because like once you buy the DLCs, you can kind of jump between islands, but
Yeah.
the characters that are in that on that island stay on that island. So like if you
Yeah.
want to interact with those characters, you have to like stay there. So whatever, it's fine. I don't know what I'm going to do without Mickey Mouse and Scrooge McDuck. Maybe Scrooge will follow me. So I've been playing that. I also have been playing more Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, which is it's Donkey Kong. It's fun. I mean, I don't really know what else I can say about it because this is the third time I've played through it, right? Because I played through it on Wii, 3DS, now the Switch, and I don't know. I honestly don't know if I'm going to finish it or not because I don't know.
It's Donkey Kong.
I'm just not into it like that, I guess. So I I love the game, but I also loved it 15 years ago when it came out. You know what I mean? And like
And you
I'm not
already
a
beat it, right?
yeah, and I'm not like a huge
Oh.
platformer person anyway, especially when it comes to Donkey Kong. Like I like Donkey Kong Country, but it's Mario is the superior platformer in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, and jumping between that and Mario Wonder with my kids, I'm like, oh my gosh, Mario feels so much better than Donkey Kong.
Hmm.
But it's really pretty. It's really vibrant. It's very like the enemies are cleverly designed. I really like the boss battles I've fought already. Right, like I think it's very fun. If you haven't played it, it is a. I think it's. Let me back up. If you haven't played it before, or if you've only dabbled in it on other platforms, I think you should play it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you have played it and finished it on other platforms, I don't know if you really need to play it again, especially on the 3DS because it has all the 3DS content in it. And also, even though I think this game overall is better than Tropical Freeze, I do miss some of the other Kongs that are available in Tropical Freeze that, kind of give it Dixie Kong's helicopter hair or Cranky's pogo stick,
Hmm.
right? Or even Funky's weird stuff, right? Like I do miss that kind of variety of playing with the different Kongs, but it's fun. It was a great first effort by Retro when they made it. So, and then I've been playing a lot of Mario Party Superstars with my kids. They are obsessed with Mario Party Superstars, but also we've also been playing Super Mario Party Jamboree, which I got last week, which we'll talk about in weekly pickups. But man, let me tell you, Mario Party, it's fun, especially because like my wife is actually playing with us, so like we're all
Okay.
playing together,
That's
which
awesome.
is like
Oh.
super fun. And my wife's not into games at all, so makes it even
Hmm.
better.
Yay.
Yay.
Although my daughter like tries to cheat sometimes, but you can't.
Yeah.
But like you can't. But like you can't cheat. But she hasn't figured out that you can't cheat. It's just how the game works. And like
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
Even if you
it's
try to cheat, the game finds a way to just pull the rug from underneath you. I'll tell you that.
I know.
Like, nah, we're not gonna
Yeah.
do that.
The bonus stars, man, they'll get you.
Yeah.
The last game I want to mention, Ed. You know how we had a discussion last week about Disney Speedstorm and how
Yes.
so I re-downloaded it just to
Okay.
see, you know, if they changed anything because my complaints are from a game from 2 years ago, right? The monetization, the character unlocking, the battle pass stuff that's ridiculous. So I went in. Okay, I downloaded it. Mechanically, it is super fun. The soundtrack is killer. The level designs are really good. The Pirates of the Caribbean level is amazing. The Mulan level is awesome. The remix of the Mulan songs are like amazing. But here's the thing. The monetization of this game is so ridiculous. Like, so for the chance to like, you can't just buy the characters either, right? For the chance to unlock a character, you have to buy one of the loot boxes. That's like $8 in real money for a chance to unlock a character.
Right.
Now, I bought the Incredibles season pass, which is going on right now, right? And as you progress through the season pass, you unlock characters. So I unlocked Frozone and Dash from Incredibles. I've unlocked a few other characters too. And that seems to be the way they want you to unlock the characters, right? You buy the season pass, you play through the season pass, you unlock the characters that way, whatever. But for somebody who just doesn't want to buy the season passes, like, good luck unlocking these characters. That's all I'm saying. So monetization is ridiculous.
Oh wow!
The season pass is $10, but you can buy the already upgraded season pass with 25 booster levels for $25. So
why not just put the full game in and just charge 60 or 70 some dollars?
Because that's yeah, I don't know. But they also have these things called vault passes, right? Which are $15 a piece, and they are like, they're partial season passes from past seasons where like they come with the characters, but not like the extra stuff, like the extra carts or the extra gear or outfits or upgrades for your carts. Like, you actually have to like unlock gear for your carts in this game to make them go faster or turn better, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's wild. This game is so, like, mechanically it's so deep that you think it would be a $60 game or $70 game, but like, it's also free to play, and they're trying to capture the people who play free to play games. It's like, oh my gosh, pick a lane. No pun intended. Oh, anyways, I just needed to talk about that. So I have unlocked 13 characters so far. Proud of myself.
All right. Well, everybody, for me, I actually been playing more Xbox than Nintendo. This is the reason why. I have the Blob 2 on Xbox. I got like the remaster version and the 360 version, but I've been playing the remaster version. Just what kind of wanted something chill for the game, something very vibrant, and the Blob 2 is just like one of my favorite games that I owned on the Wii. With it, it was kind of like one of my Game of the Year nominations. This is when THQ was like really in their prime, just doing just amazing things on Nintendo, and being very successful in their own right. So like the Blob 2, great soundtrack and everything. So it was kind of cheap on Xbox, so I ended up buying it there. I think when the sale came out for it, I got it like for like $10. So it wasn't a bad sale. Started up Assassin's Creed 3, the 360 version on Series X. So I'm still like kind of in the intro with that. I'm still learning the controls. Well, I kind of like don't like the reticle on it when you have to use guns for it, because you would think that you could see it, but like if the background is white, you can't barely see the reticle, and it's kind of off when you like start aiming and everything. And just like I guess I gotta get used to that one. But it runs really good on Series X. Nice smooth frame rate, didn't have any drops or anything. Started back up Forza Horizon 4. So I could just drive around and listen to the music. This is like house music for a good, like the whole radio thing. But I also did some races and won and unlocked some achievements for that. Still playing Double Exposure. I popped that back in. Like I said, I uninstalled my Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I'm just gonna come back to that game a little bit later. Um, got the urge to play The Division, the first one. And so I, put the game in, waited for it to install. I'll, play something, and even though it'll take some time. And then, it was still installed. I'm like, okay, I'll go to bed. It should be ready by the time I come back from work. Kind of find out something's wrong with the disc. And I'm like, oh, great. So I was just like, well, maybe I could find a game around GameStop or somewhere cheap and everything. So there's a website called, I think, DK Oldies or something like that. And they only you could buy the game disc without the manuals or anything for $2.89. The shipping is like $7, $6 to change.
DK
So
Oldies is the retro place that everybody like hates for some reason. Like if you go out, like a bunch of YouTubers, it was like trending last year because like all the YouTubers like hated them and were complaining about the stuff that they got when they bought things. So anyways, continue. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, that's fine. I've never heard of the site or anything. So I was just like, I just actually need the game disc. I really don't care about the manual stuff because I still got my box copy and everything. It's just that for some unknown reason, and like I kept it in a case and everything, but some unknown reason my Series X wasn't reading part of the thing. So I was just like, I'll just get a new one. Just a new disc, pop it in, and then bam, it'll go through. So like once it comes in sometime this week, I will be just playing it. I just want to play it again, and go through that first campaign. But I kind of want to see how it runs on Series X, because it's been a while since I played it and everything. And I beat it already. I didn't do none of the DLC. I beat the second game. So I'm just in that mood of just like want to shoot things for unnecessary reasons, just to give me something to do. Played more Vampire Survivors, having fun with that, unlocking stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it that I've been playing. I did get Crypto what it's that Cat Zelda game on Switch.
The Cat Zelda game.
Cat Zelda?
Cat Quest?
No, not Cat Quest. I got Cat Quest.
What?
It's
Zelda?
Yeah, it's like
Tunic.
2D kind of. Oh goodness, I cannot with that game, Tunic. I know people love Tunic, everybody, but Death's Door is better. Like, I'm sorry.
I 100% agree that Death's Door is better.
Cat Zelda, Cat Zelda, Cat Zelda.
Stephanie wants to hear more about Cat Zeldas.
So it has. Oh, go ahead.
No, I said you'd think that I would know about a Cat Zelda game.
Crypt Custodian. That's what it is. It's an indie game. It's on Switch. You can download a demo to get a feel for it, but it's on sale like for $15.99. It's also on sale on Series X and probably on PlayStation. But if you're intrigued, as Stephanie, download the demo from the eShop, give it a try, and if it's your cup of tea, yeah. So
If it truly is Cat Zelda, yes. Sorry.
yeah, so if I haven't started yet, but I did download it. I did buy it um Thursday, so I'm excited to play it. I'm gonna get back into Tales of Grace's F, and I'm going to finish E's Memoir, and then get into Donkey Kong, and then try to get into my Xenoblade Chronicles run. It is time to start that from the first game and then jump into the second game.
I'm starting mine tomorrow. I've decided because the bossies are done. All this, everything that I need to edit is edited. I just need to, upload everything.
I cannot wait till you get to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. It's just,
I know. I can't wait until, November when I'm finally done with the first two that I can finally.
So, but yeah, everybody, that is what I've been playing with Power. So, Corey, Stephanie, do you guys have anything? Do you guys have anything to show in your weekly pickups or anything?
Ooh, I do.
Oh, Corey, go.
Okay.
Go first.
So,
Corey.
Mario Party Jamboree physically. Very excited. Yes. Kids love it.
So fun, egg packs.
So, I got the other WarioWare game, Get It Together.
Yeah.
And it was nice. Like $18 brand new.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah, and I was
that's
like, well,
sale.
I'm like, my kids like Mario Party. They might like WarioWare, Not Nintendo related. Got my Destiny 2 Marasov statue. It was on sale.
That's awesome.
$130 for $55. So very
oh yeah.
Very excited to open it. I'm only missing 2 statues now from that set. Crow also on sale, not as cheap. I'm still kind of concerned. I don't understand why Marasov was so cheap because she's very popular. Just Google some pictures and you'll figure out why she's popular.
I'm probably assuming some overstocks. Like they probably like restocked it and it just became overstocked.
It doesn't make sense because the Marasov statue is also the newest one. So like I don't know. I guess maybe Destiny is just more unpopular than ever at this point. But like, I don't know. But I'm missing Crow and I'm missing Savathun, and that's it. Also, the helmets are on sale, and the Saint 14 helmet is $30. And I'm like, oh no, I can't spend more money, but it looks awesome. And then the Warlock Nezarec helmet is also on sale. Those are like the 2 helmets I wear primarily on those characters, and I'm like, oh, I should, but I shouldn't because I spent $55 on the statue. I can't be spending $70 more on 2 helmets that aren't wearable. Also, they're 10 inches tall, and I don't know where to put them.
Oh, yikes!
They're like, the Master Chief helmet, for Halo 3, the collector's edition. Yeah, they're like that big.
Oh.
I had no idea. I thought they were like this big, and then I saw people like posting pictures of them next to other things. I'm like, oh, those are large. Yeah. Even though in the title description it says 9-inch helmet, and I'm like, oh, but those are my weekly pickups. I thought I was going to have another one, but it is not here yet, so I will save that for next week. Ed, you will be very excited for that. For those, yes. I should say. Those 2, yes. Part of the same series, both remasters.
Ooh.
But you'll be excited. Ooh. Nonetheless.
All right. And Stephanie, your weekly pickup.
Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have it right now, but I had beat Mother 3 and I became very obsessed with it. I loved it too much. And I happened to stumble upon Etsy where someone will create a replica of the original Earthbound game manual or like the
Mm-hmm.
guidebook. So I ordered that. So I actually have a copy. And then I don't have it in yet, but there was like a huge sale from a game, PNP game store.
Mm-hmm.
Wario 64, thanks. So here's what I will be expecting in the mail soon. Donkey Kong Super Smash Bros. Amiibo, Pac-Man
Ooh.
Amiibo, King Dedede Amiibo, Lucario Amiibo, Mifa Amiibo, Castlevania Advance Collection Aria of Sorrow from Limited Run, Persona 5 Royal.
Yes.
Dude, the Persona 5 Royal for Switch was on sale for like I think I paid no more than like $20 for it.
Yeah, yeah, I
Are
bought
you
my.
insane?
I mean,
That's
it's
crazy of a great deal.
yeah, I bought it for like $22 when I bought it. It's
Yeah,
on
I was
sale
like I
all the
had to.
time.
And then this store sold like a bundle pack of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 through 3 for like a good
Nice.
deal. So I bought that since I also pre-ordered 10, so I'll have that whole collection.
I'm like on cloud nine that you got it for that price because I
Yes.
paid the regular price when it came out. You know I had to get first disc, but
hmm
$20 for that amazing game?
hmm
Yes,
I was like, that's a
yes,
no-brainer. Yeah, had to.
yeah.
So
Oh
yeah, that's
goodness,
it.
she did. That's me when I was up in Wisconsin with Jesse, and I see the physical copy of Unicorn Overlord. I'm like,
Mm.
oh, it's $29.99 still. I was just like, okay, we can leave Best Buy. I told Corey that just like if I can't get Switch 2 up here, I'm calling Jesse. Be like, I may have to sleep down at your house or get a hotel so we can go to Best Buy and I get my Switch and then leave.
How about you, Ed?
Well, yeah, the only thing, like I showed early everybody, is I have a voice recorder from Sony, a stereo digital voice recorder. It has 4 GB for 159 hours. It was only like $82. With tax. It does micro SD. Um, so it's me to help me do interviews, capture voice and everything. So I'm super excited. Like I said, I want to do more conventions to talk to more creators there. So I'm excited to bring this, try it out, and see how it goes, and then upload it in my computer. And I kind of wonder if there is a program that could translate audio to written format and everything. I wonder if there's a program that does that. If not, I'll just be uploading it and then just transferring it that way and everything. That way, um, I'll be able to like have all my conversations and be able to go like there and make it easier to talk to people and interview. So and this is a Sony one. So Sony makes good products when it comes to sound. So I'm excited to see what quality I would get out of it. I am going to be looking up for any local conventions, and I'm probably going to go there somewhere in Illinois and just. I really want to test it out and see how everything works. So I'm super excited. I probably won't do that until like Sunday or anything. But yeah, I am very excited to pick this up for it. My PlayStation Pro is on hold for right now, but I do plan on getting one of those later on. So yeah, that
Nice.
is my pickup. So
Nice.
yes, well, everybody. Now that we have talked about our snacks, we have talked about what we've been playing and our pickups. You already know what time it is. It's time for Femi News! Yes! Corey,
Ooh.
take it away.
Yeah, so there's really only one kind of major story that came out this week, but I think it's worth talking about specifically because Ed, you and I are big fans of a lot of these games, and
Mm-hmm.
the second kind of story is kind of minor, but it's fine. So this first story, JRPG Legends Yuji Horii and Hironobu Sakaguchi are not retiring anytime soon, despite the rumors. There was a story that came out last week, maybe, that Sakaguchi was working on his farewell letter, like his retirement letter, and he's working on part 2 of his retirement letter, and people took that as he was going to retire soon. But that doesn't seem to be the case. And Yuji Horii also said that he was not planning on retiring anytime soon. JRPG legends Yuji Horii and Hironobu Sakaguchi are not planning on retiring anytime soon. In a recent Famitsu interview about Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake and Fantasian Neo Dimension, Horii said he will always be a game designer. Horii is currently working on Dragon Quest XII, which will have a darker story and new combat system, and Sakaguchi, the creator and father of franchises like Final Fantasy, Blue Dragon, and Lost Odyssey, shared that he has been working on a dark fantasy game himself for over a year with composer Nobuo Uematsu. While he could not give many details, he hopes to make good progress in the next 2 years. Both developers are still giving us plenty to look forward to in the future. Stephanie, how do you feel about legendary game designers not retiring and making amazing games?
Hey, you know what? If that's what as long as they want to do it, I am here for it. Because most of us, when we work our jobs to pay the bills, we're always like, can't wait till we retire, like 65 or whatever. For those that are lucky enough to be in a career that they're passionate about, retirement's not like a thing that you're looking forward to counting down. Whoever will always want to do that job until either something happens. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I see, and it makes me happy. And it can be in the video game industry, it can be any other industry, when they love their job so much that, their age doesn't really define when they're retiring. So, and I am also hot off of playing Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, which I loved and was the first Dragon Quest game, unfortunately, that I've played. And I ordered a physical Fantasian Neo Dimension. So I'm all for it. I'm a latecomer, but I'm excited. So, very happy for this. I can't wait for Dragon Quest XII. It would be great if it came out early in the Switch 2 era, but I don't know how far along this actually is. But I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, I mean, this is all good news all around.
Yeah.
Ed, what about you?
It's really good to hear that they're not returning soon. That they still got stories that they want to tell through the games that they help create and make. It's good to hear that Sakaguchi is still got a tail, still making games, and I think when they feel like they're ready to retire, they will. Yeah,
Amen.
so I'm super happy that they're still gonna be around making games and everything. It kind of reminds me of like Miyamoto. Like the day Miyamoto, if he ever retires, it's gonna be like it's gonna be happy but sad for me. And I think because like I said, after playing Pikmin 4, it feels like a Miyamoto game. It feels like his involvement has been there in that game. And it's going to be a day where maybe Nintendo Games doesn't feel like Miyamoto's hands and thoughts and ideas and discussions are into that game. And it's going to feel a little bit weird, definitely for me personally, because I grew up playing Miyamoto's game. When he retires and like Takashi and Anuma, like when they retire, it's like, do I still feel their presence in their designs and their ideas in future Nintendo games? It's kind of like mind boggling. So, but for these two, they've been in the industry long. They love what they do, and when they're ready to say, "Hey, I'm ready to retire. I'm not going to make any games. I'm ready to play everybody else's games and have fun." Um, you know, it's gonna be a great thing. But for right now, I think it's great that they still got a lot of stories to tell. And they got some involvement to do.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Sakaguchi's new game because he, I mean, at Mistwalker, he hasn't seemed to really miss yet. Like Blue Dragon was like good. Lost Odyssey is an amazing game that is stuck on the Xbox 360, and I have no idea why it won't. Why, of all the games Microsoft is putting on other platforms, why that's the one they're like sticking to. You know, like
Yeah.
That game is amazing. That game deserves some sort of HD port or something. So, you know, and Fantasian, I still need to play it, but what I did play, it's really good as well. Obviously, streamlined for mobile devices, but they did try to make it work for console, and it does work for the most part, right? But you know, I'm excited for him to make a console game again. You know, and I mean, he created Final Fantasy. You know, I mean, and it's just, I'm ready for another one of those games. You know, I maybe it'll be a Lost Odyssey sequel finally. Maybe we'll find out where the ending goes. I almost spoiled it, but don't want to do that.
A game for the summer for me.
I think it's a game worth not spoiling, even though it's almost 20 years old at this point. Can you believe that game is almost 20 years old, Ed?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I may have to reinstall that one too. It just like from what I play, it's really, really good, and I'm excited to play it to the end. I think that's gonna be like a summer backlog game, my backlog bash for the summer.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on. I'm excited for a new Sakaguchi RPG. Ed, Stephanie, I have bad news for you. The previously announced Switch exclusive is no longer exclusive to Nintendo Switch. Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, is no longer a Nintendo Switch exclusive, reveals Level 5. The game has faced multiple delays, but a new update suggests it may no longer be a Nintendo Switch exclusive. A PlayStation Store listing briefly appeared for PS4 and PS5 versions before being removed, hinting at a broader release. The Switch version is still set to release in April, but the PlayStation listing suggested a possible release date of April 23rd as well. Thoughts, Ed? What do you? I mean, I don't. Level 5 needs to sell some games, so maybe.
I think it said console limited release. What the Nintendo Directs when they first stated it. So I'm not surprised that this game wouldn't be console exclusive due to the fact all the delays. I know it wasn't planned or anything. So I'm fine with it being a multi-platform game. I think that it was in the works, but I probably feel like Nintendo probably had the exclusive to like promote it in the game releases, and then Sony would get it and show it like in a state of play or something. So it could be hinted that we get a future state of play and they show this game in it, in their state of play. So I'm not mad about it. I'm excited. I'm still excited to play it. I am going to pick it up for Switch. For it. But yeah, I can understand that the game is being, with all the delays and stuff. Now, Professor Layton would be a big surprise though, if that one was not Nintendo exclusive at all. If that was just like, oh yeah, we're putting this also on PlayStation.
I think that's different because Nintendo has the publishing rights to that. I think, like that series.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it's never appeared anywhere else but mobile, right? I mean, and that was the spinoff game that appeared, the Cottrell.
Well, it's very iffy because Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, that was level 5 in Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
So and Nintendo didn't publish it, even though it was only for Nintendo DS.
Yeah.
DS or 3DS. I mean, they probably. I wonder if Nintendo could re-release it, or Capcom could re-release that game on Switch as a remake, like they did the Ace Attorney games or
Hmm.
remaster. They could do that. Um, but Professor Layton, his movie showed up on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, where you could buy it on the system and watch it from level
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, but
So
that's different
it's a
though, right? I mean,
yeah, but yeah, I think that one would just be. I think that one I would have been like, really? Oh, this is really exciting. The Fantasy Life I, not so much for me. It's cool that it's coming to PlayStation, multiple consoles.
yeah. I really don't care about this game, to be honest. So
Well, it's
Look,
kind of funny. That was a game that caught my attention. I actually was excited for it when it first showed on the Nintendo Direct that it did. But the fact that it might be not a Nintendo exclusive or time exclusive, that doesn't bother me so much. Listen, Nintendo has their own strong set of IP that warrants like this is why you get Nintendo. So if there's others that end up being released on other platforms, doesn't really bother me. When I eventually buy it, I'm going to favor the Switch because of the handheld nature. Now I do have a PlayStation Portal, but I don't know. It just when I boot up my Portal, it requires internet connection to my PS5, and if my partner is watching through Roku, I realize when I play my Portal, it jams up him watching his show. So even then, if ultimately, if a game is on the Switch, like look, I just automatically default to that. So overall, I'm excited for this game. It keeps on getting delayed. What the heck? Whether or not it appears on PlayStation, that's great. It gets in more people's hands. Good. Sell more copies.
yeah.
yeah,
Um, Speaking of copies, not that this has anything to do with Fantasy Life I, but the Final Fantasy 1 through 6 collection, with the but like the physical bonus content is $39.99 on Woot right now. If you haven't bought it, like the
I
weird
got the
stickers and stuff that they came with.
I got the anniversary collection, like that
Yeah, yeah,
print. I wonder if that's to say
yeah.
it's still wrapped up. Okay, and I need to pop it in because I admit I've never played Final Fantasy 1 or 2. I played 3 on the DS and 4 on the DS when they
Hmm.
did that remix, but not the original.
Probably not the versions to play, huh? To get the real whatever. I
Yeah.
remember buying 3 for the first time on DS though. I remember that was like a huge deal because I played 1 and 2 on the Game Boy Advance and I was like really
Mhm.
excited for 3, and I realized that 3 was not very good. The
I
chibi
yeah,
version at least.
I've never beat the original 6 games, so that is a journey I need to go on.
That
Um,
surprises me. But
Oh
at
well.
least 3 or 4 and 6. I almost said 2 and 3, but 4 and 6.
6 I kept renting. I never went out and brought it because a lot of stores didn't carry it, so that was it.
Oh, and speaking of the Professor Layton, whatever games prior to that, I closed out the screen, but it's on sale in the Nintendo eShop as part of like their mega sale. So to get ready for the next Professor Layton, I just ended up just picking it up.
Mm-hmm. The
Yes.
Millionaires Conspiracy.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I was trying to think of which one was on Switch. Yeah, that stars his daughter, I think, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Cottrell's his daughter,
Katrina.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's so good. It
It's
really
pretty
is
good.
good. I got
I
the
don't
physical
think
on Switch.
it's as good as the DS games.
Hmm.
Mostly because this was designed for mobile because it came out on mobile first, and like not that it wasn't a good mobile game, but like when you try to adapt a mobile game to um console, right? The second World Ends With You game had the same problem, right? Where they tried to adapt it
Hmm.
to console and it just kind of didn't work the way they wanted it to. But and Neo Fantasian kind of has that same uh not issue, but anyways, yeah, it's good. Professor Layton, Great series. Great series. Oh my gosh, the
It's
Diabolical Box
so
is so good.
good. Yes.
Oh, they're so good. Where's my Professor Layton collection?
uh,
All right, we got to
level
move on
5.
before and start
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna just.
I'm sorry, Stephanie. Level 5 during the DS era was
Oh,
everything with the Professor
oh,
Layton games.
oh.
They were so good. Yeah, and I think that's why a lot of people who got into level 5 games, and even when they was putting games on other platforms, it was sad to see them when they said that they were going to be publishing their games here in America. A lot of people who were so used to the game and supported them, they were just like, what happened? And I guess that just not enough games were being sold in America.
Yeah. Man, Nino Kuni also. Oh, that game was good too.
So good. Two is better though. We'll have that discussion another day.
If Stephanie wasn't here, we probably would have gone on that tangent.
I'm sorry. I feel like I would use
no.
a
Yeah,
not
get out.
appropriate phrase of blocking pleasurable conversations.
I'm just kidding.
We're making good time.
All right. Wrap up. This one's more for me than anybody else, but Shovel Knight is coming back to Yooka-Laylee, the remake, and Yuko Replay E. So that's fun. I didn't think Shovel Knight was going anywhere, but I guess that, it's a license they had to relicense. So,
cool.
Just add that to the pile of games Shovel Knight's in that aren't called Shovel Knight 2.
Shovel Knight.
Oh man, Mina the Hollower. I forgot that was coming out this year.
I need more of that game.
I hope Yuko Replay is. I hope they kind of took what players said to heart about some of the issues with that game, and they kind of go back and fix some of the issues, because that game had some promise, but it was also very rough around the edges. That was one of the very first big 3D kickstarted games, I think, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, when Playtonic announced that, they didn't even have a logo. Remember, it was just the Banjo-Kazooie font that said Playtonic. That was their logo. I was like, oh man. Oh, all right. Let's get into this rumor mill real quick. Nothing new to really discuss that we haven't already, except that another Xbox game, this Nintendo Switch 2 rumor. So many of you may know that Forza Horizon 5, the Playground developed game for Xbox Series X and S, was announced for PlayStation 5. And some people seem to be thinking that it's going to race onto Switch 2 when it is finally the lineup is finally revealed. As we know, Xbox is expanding its strategy by bringing first-party titles like Forza Horizon 5 to PlayStation, with rumors suggesting a possible Switch 2 port. This follows the trend of Xbox releasing games like Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush, and Indiana Jones across multiple platforms. Phil Spencer, in a recent interview, emphasized that Xbox will continue to support PlayStation, Nintendo, and Steam, with speculation that Halo the Master Chief Collection could be the next in line, as well as a slew of other games that we discussed last week. I think Forza Horizon 5 is a good multi-platform game for Xbox. Now, I know all their games are going to be multi-platform eventually. That's just how it's going. But, if you're going to pick and choose games for now, this is a good one. So,
yeah, I think it would be one of their first party. Well, no, Rare was third party before. I think from ground up developers that Xbox made, like Playground, this would be their first game on multiple platforms. Because like I said, Bethesda, like ZeniMax and Activision and stuff like that, they were already third party and doing multi-platform. So this would be like their first one for Microsoft themselves if they decide to do it. And Minecraft was already multi-platform before they brought the IP. So
Yeah. Stephanie
gotta
is
say, oh, sorry. Gotta say, Forza Horizon 5 soundtrack is not good as 4. That's all.
Mm-hmm. I didn't listen to either soundtrack all that much, so I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a podcast game for me. Put it in the earbuds, listen to some podcasts, and away we go.
Horizon 4 soundtrack is so big.
Stephanie, does this interest you? Does Xbox games on Switch 2 interest you at all?
Yeah, maybe not Forza Horizon because it's been a while since I really got into any sort of racing or driving type game. But
Mhm.
just the thought, well, just because of the relatively positive relationship that they've been having, and at least, and I'm sure not everyone thinks this way, but many people might have, especially as I was growing up and Xbox first came out. Xbox has initially taken the edgy, more grown up first person shooter type console. Nintendo's the kiddie console. So to have Xbox games finally, breach and kind of combine with Nintendo, I think kind of makes Nintendo. Actually, I think Nintendo will benefit from it even more. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's not like it's a bad deal for Xbox either. I just think this is all wonderful, and I would love to play Hi-Fi Rush on Switch. I haven't played it yet. I want to play it on Switch. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, goodness, to just see Indiana. I don't know. I think if Indiana Jones, I might still play my Xbox, but just like the opportunity, the fact that it's there is wonderful. So I know right now a lot of all that's like rumors and speculation, but I feel like
Mm-hmm.
amongst all that, it's a sure bet that something's coming over.
Yeah, I think based on the way the industry is right now and the way that these games are pretty scalable in terms of in a range of technology, we'll say. Um Games are pretty scalable at this point, right? And I think the Switch 2, I think Nintendo has found themselves in a very well placed position of we have the power to get these third party games or these other games. Obviously, Nintendo knows how to optimize their own hardware for their own games. It's still going to be the best place to play indies. Like Nintendo has
Mhm.
found themselves, whether intentional or not, my guess is not, but like not even just Xbox games, but you look at like uh, Final Fantasy VII remake and rebirth are rumored to be on the slate for the first year. A lot of the Square games that came to PlayStation that were exclusive, right? Or Bandai Namco, Elden Ring is rumored, Dark Souls is rumored, like all these games that people love on other platforms, like Doom, The Dark Ages, all these games, right? On Switch 2, like that's people will definitely, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but like the average person will always pick, um, what do you call it? Convenience over quality, right?
Mhm.
That's in terms of media, right? We see that in streaming services. We see that with Game Pass. We see that, like people just want to
Hmm.
play the games wherever they are. And Switch, just like the Steam Deck, Switch has offered that forever, since it released. Switch 2 is going to offer that, but it'll offer more games
Mhm.
because of the power difference. And I think Microsoft sees that and they want to be where the players are, and they think Switch 2 is going to be where the players are. And I don't disagree with Phil when he said that we want to keep supporting Nintendo because that's where the players are.
They're Microsoft and Nintendo, once again, they have a strong relationship,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
and I like
I mean, they have
from
forever. Minecraft, Ori,
yeah,
Grounded, Pentiment, like
Cuphead.
Cuphead, The Outer Worlds, right? They have a lot. There's Well, I mean, that was pre Xbox, I guess, but Bethesda.
Nintendo allowed them to make Mario in Minecraft, and then they put Steve in Smash Brothers. It's just like
Hmm.
they mark, and then cross play with some of the games. It's just like that is so good. And I think that's what people are hoping, even for Japanese players. Be like, if anything happens to that the Xbox brand in Japan, team up with Nintendo if they can. You know, everybody always
Mhm.
said they want. Well, some not everybody. Some people said they want to see how a one console unified system and library would be. Okay, if that future happens, it's probably gonna happen
Mhm.
through Nintendo.
Yeah, and I anticipate PlayStation not being far behind with their older titles. And I know that's, a harder pill to swallow than the Xbox strategy at this point, but
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, I'm telling you, you're going to see that Jack and Daxter trilogy on Switch 2 within the next 5 years.
Oh, if
So,
if Sony put their whole first party PlayStation 3 lineup on Switch 2,
mhm,
oh heck yeah, that's money from
yeah.
the Resistance collection on Switch 2. Oh heck yeah.
Mm.
And once we were talking about that, Stephanie, that if they did stuff like that, there'll be interest to show that these companies be like, oh, we sold 2 or 3 million on Switch alone for the series. Okay, let's bring this back on our own platform with a new game.
Mhm.
Mhm. Uh, I mean, I don't know if we have any more to say about this because we did have a giant discussion about third party games. I don't, Stephanie, do you
Yeah.
have any more to say? Because you weren't here when we talked about this. I'm really interested in your opinion on just Switch getting. I don't want to say real games, but like games that usually are only offered on PlayStation and Xbox because of the power difference.
Yeah, no, it's a very exciting time for Nintendo. I think Nintendo's already been very successful, but now they're just adding another block to complete that just near perfection. Um, and to finally get additional like third party support is really just the cherry on top.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty close to getting like the best of all worlds in there. So it's got me excited. I mean, I know I'm not really adding to it too much, other than the fact that this is all positive stuff, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, this is the first time Nintendo's going to be close in power parity since the GameCube. You know, like
Hmm. Hmm.
this is the first time they're going to get the same games that PlayStation and Xbox do that aren't you know ported down or dumbed down. To various degrees, right? I mean, yeah, they got Doom running on Switch, right? Doom 2016, but like, you know, it was
You know,
playable, but
small handful of ports of larger games have been successful, but this will
mhm,
definitely be a larger opening. And it's funny that you mentioned that. So like during like Wii U, Switch, I never really saw Nintendo as a direct competitor for PlayStation and Xbox. I always figured
mhm,
Mm-hmm.
Xbox and PlayStation were direct competitors, and Switch, we're all here doing our own little thing. Don't mind us. I'm like, well, since this one is just Switch plus an extreme power boost, almost to the point of where PlayStation and Xbox are, I'm like, maybe this is the console where Nintendo might be seen as a more direct competitor, but also it'll depend on where Sony and Xbox are going with non-exclusivity in games, right? But I just figure like this almost kind of loops Nintendo back in as a competitor, so to speak. Not that I'm worried or honestly that I care, but it's,
Mm-hmm.
you
mhm,
never know.
Well, like I said, the new like debate is gonna be Switch 2 versus PC, handheld PCs and
mhm,
PC, because I'm like, even though you're going, if they get Microsoft and Sony and other third party PC ports on it because of the mouse control on
mhm,
the go, like, and they
yeah,
don't have to have a Steam Deck internet connection to play it and stuff can run. I'm like, hey, Civilization or The Sims or whatever that was only PC exclusive can now come to that platform, and people could be like, oh, they fix controls. I could use this mouse that with the Joy-Con and stuff. Yeah, that Nintendo could be without them knowing compete against everybody.
mhm.
Ooh, console wars. Just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I really think Nintendo's main kind of competition when the Switch 2 comes out will be like the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally and stuff. But I also think that those devices are still super niche, and Nintendo is so broadly accessible that I don't really think there's going to be a competition there because, I mean, ROG has so many other things that they sell, right? Like monitors and keyboards and, built PCs and Valve is Valve, right? Like the Steam Deck is like a fun little side project for them that they don't, I mean, they care about it, but like, they're like, if it fails, that it's nothing off their skin to like, well, it didn't work, but Nintendo, like, it's the same thing we were talking about the social media app ad. It's like Nintendo needs to be all in because this is their only thing, right? Aside, the theme parks are secondary, the movies are secondary, the shows are secondary,
merchandising and all of that stuff.
Yeah, so the games are their thing, so they have every reason to make this work, and with their leadership being way more conservative than Iwata was, and no disrespect to Iwata, he did a lot of great things, but this leadership is way more conservative. They want to do what works, and they want to do what works well, and they want to make money. And guess what? The Switch made money. You know what'll make more money? A more powerful Switch that can have more games on it. So,
yes,
everybody wins. Like Phil Spencer says, when everyone plays, we all win. All right. Our next kind of rumor, nothing too big. It's just the apparent leak of the Switch 2 boxes has surfaced on Reddit. The link kind of shows a picture, although it shows Metroid Prime 4 on a Switch 2 box. So I don't, take it with a huge grain of salt, everybody. But this kind of coincides with the leak that came out about a month ago about the box size. It'll most likely be about the size of a Blu-ray box, it seems, which is fine. Maybe like a thin Blu-ray box.
If I were to say anything not glowy, which I have been for the last 30 minutes, I'm not looking forward to a bigger box. Only because the chip's so damn small. Why do you need a bigger box? The chip's so damn small.
I think they need to do something different, though, to differentiate the Switch 2 games from the Switch games.
A different color. I don't know. Why you make it bigger? Yeah. If the chip's going to be itty bitty, or throw in a game manual, fine. You want to make the box bigger? Put a game manual in there. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
Good one.
I got a little.
I mean, they did go back to cartridges. They could go back to manuals. Maybe they'll put the Nintendo hotline in there. You can call them for help. I don't know. Ed, do you have any opinion on these boxes, or should we just move on?
Let's keep it moving. A box is a box.
A box is a box. A very nice box. All right. Speaking of boxes, let's get into Pack Watch.
Yes.
We've got a massive list of games. Mostly because I went to the Switch eShop to see what was coming up next instead of the GameSpot list, which only had 2 games on it. But I wasn't going to put some of these on here, but some of them are actually really interesting and look really cool. And I'll point those out as we go. But this is what you can purchase on your Nintendo Switch this week, everybody. On 2/5, we have 2 games. While Waiting. Presented by the team behind the critically acclaimed Moncage. This is a transformative adventure exploring the art of waiting. Clear the game by doing nothing, but discover the power of acceptance and patience in numerous situations from birth to death. Learn to embrace life as you wait.
Wow. I played this, or maybe I think I watched Pat play it at PAX West. This looked like really fun, like a nice casual game, so I will definitely be picking this up.
Also on 2/5, Machinita is coming out. This one is $5 and it looks awesome. Puzzle your way through a steampunk world of precision platforming and roving robots. While get ready for a steampunk themed adventure in Machinita, a side-scrolling platformer packed with brain-teasing pixel art stages. This game looks really cool. It wasn't anywhere, and I looked up a lot of Spanish YouTube channels were previewing this, so it must be from a Spanish developer. But it looks really cool. It kind of looks like a steampunk Mega Man. It's really cool. We got a lot on 2.6 here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games on 2.6. So
Wow.
packing in, everybody. The big one is Civilization 7. The award-winning strategy game franchise returns with a revolutionary new chapter. Sid Meier's Civilization 7 empowers you to build the greatest empire the world has ever known.
That's a big one.
Yeah. This is one I imagine will get a Switch 2 version because of the mouse support.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I would want to play that with a mouse for sure.
Yeah. Also on 2.6, Jumping Ninja, another really cheap game. Ed, I put this on here because you know what game it reminds me of? N++.
Oh, wow.
Find your warpath and go all the way. Remember, the true strength is not in your body, but in your mind. Every step brings you closer to your goal. Make lightning decisions. There's no time to wait and doubt. The sharpness of your mind is also a weapon, and you must know how to use it. Move through the levels without stopping and take out your enemies without regret. Face challenges without fear. This is a 2D platformer, everybody. I know it doesn't say that in the description of the game, but it's 2D platformer. Malu the Princess also comes out on 2.6. Embark on an exciting journey with Malu in Malu the Princess. After her crown is stolen, Malu sets off on a thrilling adventure to reclaim her royal treasure. Traverse through 40 challenging levels in a precision platformer where sharp reflexes and skill are your best allies. The game looks really fun too. Momodora Moonlit Farewell. The latest installment in the Momodora series. Join Momo, High Priestess in the village of Koho, as she embarks on a divine mission to save her people from an imminent destruction at the hands of the demon hordes summoned by a malevolent bellringer. Timothy and the Tower of Mu also comes out on 2.6. Timothy's grandfather is dead, but legend tells of a tower so high that disappears above the clouds, built by a god. If someone manages to climb to the top, a wish will be granted. Timothy, armed with a hope and courage, decides to face this deadly test and bring back his grandfather to life. Okay. 2.6, Big Helmet Heroes. Discover the hilarious world of Big Helmet Heroes, a 3D beat 'em up combining combat and adventure. Find 29 adorable heroes hidden in fantastic kingdoms and choose your favorites to save the princess. Play alone or with a friend and try to overcome the formidable challenges that await you. One that eShop
looks fun.
Yeah, it looks interesting. The one that eShop was pushing though was Moons of Darsalan. A team of Darsanauts got lost during their mining missions on the different moons of the planet Darsalan. You need to complete several rescue missions in which you will have to lead them to the closest base station. They will use their own AI to follow you and obey your commands.
This looks
it looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. It looks
nice. It has a nice cover, but
yeah, you know what game it reminds me of? Remember that game, that Double Fine game, Headlander?
Yes,
you were the floating head, and you had to land on different bodies to get different moves.
Yes,
that the art style reminds me of that. Not the game, just the art style. Macross Shooting Insight. Introducing an all-new Macross game, the latest entry in the landmark science fiction franchise. Embark on a galaxy-spanning mission to rescue the missing songstresses. Ooh. On 2.8, this is the last one. This is a Pat game. This is really reminds me of what's that game you like? The Power Wash Simulator.
Power Wash Simulator, yeah.
Space Cleanup, Cosmic Robot Disinfector. In Space Cleanup Cosmic Robot Disinfector, you take control of a high-tech android tasked with a vital but messy job. Clean up space stations after intense alien battles.
Oof.
So there you go. What was that one game, that 2D game, the dishwasher? What was that game called for like Vita that came out, Ed? Do you remember what that game was?
Wasn't that like the Ninja Dishwasher game?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I feel like it had vampires in it or something. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about though. That
Yeah.
game, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody remind me what that game is in the comments, because I don't feel like looking it up because we got a lot to go. Major updates time, everybody. Major updates to games. Most of these are for me, but that's okay. Pokemon trading card game Pocket Expansion Space Time Smackdown is now here with 155 brand new cards. Stephanie, you get any of these 155 brand new cards?
Yes, I've gotten a couple already. That's what the name was. I'm like space time something whatever. So, yep.
Don't
It's
worry,
fun.
everybody. You can still get your old cards, apparently.
Yep, you can. You can still get the original pack booster packs, and you can still have the Mythical Island expansion. So, I like how it's a slow trickle of expansions. I didn't keep track of at what frequency since if this game first launched, but I didn't I feel like it's been well paced since I've been playing it every day since it launched. So this is nice. It's not overwhelming.
Good. Another big one for me, Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic now has touch controls on the Nintendo Switch version.
Yes,
Finally.
nice.
Oh my gosh. Do you know how many times I've touched that screen to try to rotate the screen and it just didn't? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate Punk Yard Jam DLC is coming and adds Casey Jones to the fight, as well as a new biome, the Junkyard. Conan the Barbarian is added to Mortal Kombat 1's DLC update. Among Us DLC is coming to Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. And Hatsune Miku is coming to Rocket League and Fortnite. So there you go. There's your major game updates for the week. I'm very excited for the Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate one, actually. That game is awesome. And I hate roguelites. That game is awesome. It's awesome. Nintendo Switch Online updates, everybody. Your only game update this week is Ridge Racer 64.
That came out of nowhere. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
I know, Ridge Racer, man. That game always somewhere, right? But there were what?
Oh, I'm gonna play it. I never got to play Ridge Racer 64, so it'll be new for me.
Ed, I'm gonna tell you, it's a Ridge Racer.
Just say.
A lot of Nintendo music updates this week, though.
Yes.
By the way, Nintendo's actually been doing a great job on Twitter updating the Nintendo, like what music is coming to Nintendo Music.
Mm-hmm.
So in the last week, I actually missed some last week, which is crazy. But in the last, I would say 2 weeks, we'll say Super Mario Brothers Wonder, Donkey Kong Country 2, Donkey Kong Country 3, Wii Sports, F-Zero X, Brain Age, Train Your Brain in Minutes a Day, Splatoon 2, and Wave Race 64 have all been added.
Great soundtracks to all of those games.
Was this from last week?
Really great soundtracks.
But didn't they also recently drop Wind Waker?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Oh, okay, sorry. See, time. Yeah. I don't get time. Yeah. My bad.
Amazing soundtrack. I love Wind Waker. Now we just need the Switch version Nintendo of the game.
Yeah. You know, other than the fact that it's just yet another app, I will say I've been very pleased with Nintendo adding to the library for their music app. They've been doing a good job, in my opinion.
Yeah, I bet there's an app on the Switch too. I bet it'll just be on the thing. You know what would be really cool to add to it? You know how there's YouTube channels that just have like the ambiance channel or ambient.
Yes, ambiance.
Yes.
Wow. Don't mind me, everybody. Just hanging out. The ambient channels. It'd be cool if Nintendo Music had a video component of just the ambient kind of surroundings of some of the, like, maybe not the 2D games, but like, the Breath of the Wild soundtrack. Maybe you get like camera pans of the landscapes or whatever, or maybe Link just riding his horse across the beach or whatever. That'd be really cool. All right, last thing, NSO game trial updates, everybody. From 1:30 to 2:05, you can play Dead Cells and Moving Out 2 for free with your NSO subscription. Dead Cells is fun and Moving Out 2 is crazy if you want to lose some friends. So, yes. All right, let's move into question block, everybody.
Question block.
Remember, you can submit your questions, comments, concerns, or topics to Nintendo Pow Block through our community Discord. Just go to the Nintendo Pow Block question block section, or you can send them to us via email, Twitter, Blue Sky, whatever. Just look for the threads everywhere. Or a lot of people recently have been leaving questions on the previous episode on YouTube, which is where we're getting a lot of views, apparently.
Great.
Sam Hall writes in via YouTube. The Xbox on Switch conversation has been a hot topic, especially on some of the Xbox podcasts I listen to, including Xbox Casuals. What are the biggest positives for both sides as this starts to happen? What are the benefits for Xbox in particular? Thanks for the great content.
I think the biggest positive on this, for us as gamers, is definitely the games. But for Microsoft, it's a business thing because, of course, their business is through subscriptions and service. But they could finally, be on NPD or whatever it is now, with sales on the Switch. There's a chance that, if you want more, you can sign up for Xbox Live to play these games on the Switch. So that's a good thing for Microsoft on the business side. So I think the positive things for us is that it's the games for us on the Nintendo side, and for Microsoft it's for the business and stuff. In case anything, if they don't make sales or anything during their own ecosystem through Xbox, they could fall back on Nintendo to make up those sales. Of course, Microsoft would want it for both, because that's doubling their money and recuperating their budget. But if people go out and still doing physical sales or digital sales, and it's a Nintendo product, they're going to show that support to Microsoft to be like, yeah, we love that your game's coming into your system, and we are going to pay whatever price or sell, and sign up for Xbox Live to continue to play your games. So Microsoft has benefited from both ecosystems in a sense.
Yeah. What's crazy about the Xbox stuff? Out of the top 20 games sold in 2024 in the US, did you know that Sea of Thieves, just by releasing on PlayStation, was number 18? It is 6 years old, and it still outsold only 17 games sold better than it last year.
Wow.
Simply because it released on PlayStation. How crazy is that? And it's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Man. Anyways, I just thought that was crazy. Stephanie, you what do you think?
In this case, I'm not sure if I have much more to add, only because I kind of, touched upon this subject a little earlier when we were talking about, Xbox games coming to Switch. So I don't know. I feel like I'd just be repeating things. I feel, Xbox, their games being more present on Switch. Switch is a game seller. The money flows through the Switch, so they benefit in that level. And then just Switch, Nintendo becomes more solid as far as a platform where other third-party games can be on there. And who knows, maybe I don't think they'll ever truly lose the kid console label, but I feel like maybe adding Xbox titles to it might make it cool for those guys or girls
Mhm.
that think Switch is for kids. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I don't know. We did talk about the Xbox on Switch earlier, right? Like the biggest positive for Nintendo is that they get more games on their platform, and
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft knows how to optimize their games for lesser powered platforms. I mean, look at the Series S, right? Like they know how to do that. Um, and the biggest positive for Microsoft is money, right? They last year on PlayStation, 64 Microsoft was the biggest publisher on PlayStation in December.
Hmm.
64% of PlayStation sales were from a Microsoft owned studio. 64%. Now, granted, a lot of that was probably Call of Duty and Minecraft, but also, some of these other games are selling like crazy on PlayStation. And, I think Microsoft sees that they are just leaving a ton of money on the table by not putting it on these other
Mhm.
platforms that are selling when theirs isn't.
Yep.
Um, I think they saw that when they started putting their games on Steam, they started selling, right? Um, and I think they're just salivating for Nintendo to do their big reveal so they can announce Master Chief Collection is going multi-platform.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that I have circled. That game is going to sell another 20 million units once it's released on PlayStation, because it'll be released on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2. That's 3 more platforms you could get generate money out of those
Oh,
platforms.
yeah.
And then, the rumored Gears collection that People Can Fly might be working on, right? Alongside the coalition.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if it's just the campaigns, like you put 4 Gears campaigns on ahead of E-Day this fall, or, right? Like, oh my gosh, man, Microsoft's going to be they're going to be able to take the whole world out for lunch.
I think it's going to be a really big conversation of Microsoft doing all of this,
Mm-hmm.
where Sony follows suit. Because
Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
I agree with you. Keep going.
Because I'm
Sorry.
just because I'm just like it's good to hear these great numbers from Xbox, but then I think of MLB The Show.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only PlayStation game from them that is multi-platform on Xbox and Nintendo.
Yeah.
And you barely hear any numbers after that game come out. Even though they said it really sells, it's really hard to hear Sony talking about how well that game sold on all 3 platforms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what this sounds like, Ed? Our next One Up episode,
Oh yes.
which you can get, everybody, exclusively on Patreon for just $1 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't really have anything else to say at this moment, because I feel like I've talked about it 4 different times this week. So our next question comes from Stephen Myers via YouTube, and more YouTube questions. What are some of the major third-party franchises you expect to see on the Switch 2? Like real support, not just ports or remasters of old games, like full-blown same games as you see on PlayStation, Xbox, PC. Looking forward to this answer.
So, Mass Effect. Mass Effect is one of the biggest ones, and I know how EA has treated Nintendo. Everybody know my thoughts about that. But Mass Effect 3 on Wii U could have been the game that led up to more Mass Effect games coming. Dragon Age could be a big one on Switch 2. Titanfall could be a big one. Like a lot of the games that didn't do somewhat well on by EA on the major platforms, if they come to Switch 2, I feel like if treated with respect and really the quality is there, once I think EA see a lot of sales and people are willing to give those games a try and fall in love with them, I think EA will recognize the level of support that they need to have for Switch 2. Because Dragon Age, Mass Effect, and Titanfall are big franchises. And even though some of them didn't do so well on the other platforms, Nintendo can be the platform. You know, we talked about Monster Hunter and like Fire Emblem. EA wants that kind of things to happen to those games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because what if they fix Anthem and brought it out to Switch and Anthem took off?
No,
but I'm just saying I'm just saying as a hypothetical. I'm like, but what if it did happen?
I'm looking more if we're talking about EA exclusively right now at this moment. I think what you'll see is them release older games first. I think you'll see the Mass Effect Legendary Edition come over to Switch 2. I think you will see Dragon Age: The Veilguard come over to Switch 2, and I think you'll see Dead Space Remake come over to Switch 2.
I would be surprised if they do the Star Wars games by Respawn also.
Yeah, I could see those too, but I'm talking about like just EA's kind of, not licensed, because yes, the Star Wars games will come to Switch 2. That will be a Disney decision, right? But I think, especially because like Dragon Age: The Veilguard clearly didn't sell well, right? EA said as much. BioWare now has less than 100 people working at the studio. Mass Effect 5 is if it's not BioWare's
the hit done, that it needs to be,
right? BioWare's done. So to give them some financial stability and hope, maybe you release the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which people love, right? And it's already been proven that people love games on Switch. It doesn't matter. Like, I mean, look at The Witcher, right? The Witcher 3 sold a ton on Switch. I mean, it sold a ton on PC and other platforms as well, but like it sold a lot on Switch. I think if you give Dragon Age: The Veilguard that same love, I mean, it runs amazing on Steam Deck apparently, right? So it's already optimized for a mobile device. So I think I almost wonder if not to draw this out, because this isn't really the answer to the question, but like I almost wonder if Dragon Age would sell more on Switch than it did everywhere else, just based on the platform.
It will. I actually think it will, because it's like I said, treated with love and respect. I think that game would sell. Because the thing about it is like, if Call of Duty end up doing numbers on Switch, you don't think EA is going to try to get Battlefield on that system?
I mean, we'll see how the online stuff works first. But
I know this is a bit of an assumption because the industry is pretty right now. But, that makes me wonder and hope that maybe breathing life into some of these games that deserve more sales could get those sales on the Switch. And I'm not going to say it's going to save jobs, but I don't know. The more sales is still.
I mean, it did on Switch 1 early on, right? I mean, the biggest example is Blossom Tales, right? Like they sold enough copies on Switch to keep the studio open and make their next game, even though that game was already out on Steam for 2 years at that point.
Yeah. That happened to a lot of indies. Their games was like on PC, and then came to Switch, and bam. I think that's why games like Dead Cells and Hades and stuff like that, like they get more. A lot of these indies games got recognition in some of the third party games got more recognition on Switch. Like Doom, we talk about it because of Panic Button doing the port and stuff, but Doom, Overwatch, Diablo 3, like people were hyped about those games coming to Nintendo Switch because they thought it would be something that they would never think it would happen, and it came and people went and supported.
Right. That's why I'm hoping like maybe the Assassin's Creed Mirage, or even Starfield, even if it can handle it. Like those are games that I don't think I never played either. I don't think they were bad, but they just didn't really do as well as we all hope. But if they came over to Switch 2, I mean, there you go.
And me and Corey talked about Starfield. I'm like, Microsoft and Nitty get to talking a Star Fox kind of thing in the Nintendo Switch version, there's a big Star Fox community, and so if that can, even if it's just cosmetics, you walking around looking like Fox McCloud, people will be down for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But if we're talking about a new game and not just ports and stuff, because I'm already looking forward to it, I would love to see Metal Gear Solid Delta on Switch too. Anyway, so that's my pick.
Yeah, that seems to be one of the rumored titles to be. Some people are saying that's why it was delayed, so it could have day-and-day launch on Switch 2 with the rest of the consoles.
But I just want the Twin Snakes remaster. Yeah, I can keep Delta. Give me the remaster of Twin Snakes.
Maybe it'll be on that second collection that may never come. Yeah, I mean, as for new games, I mean, like I would love to see. Man, I can't really think of any new. I mean, Assassin's Creed Shadows is the one that I kind of have circled right now that I'm excited for. Although some of the previews that have come out are kind of, oh boy, I'm concerned. But I think that's a series that I think I would like to see on Switch. Madden would be one.
Yeah, you know, FIFA are gonna be there. Shoot, I would love to see Soul Calibur and Tekken 8 on there come back. Like Bandai Namco got too much of a good relationship with Nintendo to not have those games on there.
Yeah. Anybody else have any answers to this question? Should we move on to this last one?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I will say this before we go. Immortals of Avion, I think that would probably have also a good chance, like at launch. I think that would be a good game to launch with the Nintendo Switch 2. I think that would be a game that would get more of a fair shot than it did on the other consoles.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. This last question comes from this guy named David Lasby.
Who's that fool? Just kidding.
What do you think of the latest NSO releases? Are they doing enough? I mean, in my opinion, I think they're kind of, with the consoles that they have available right now, they're kind of running out of first party stuff.
So I'm going to say yes. And once again, I go back to my reason, they are releasing games that were in Japan that never came here. So you are getting new experiences from for games that weren't published here or developed here from Nintendo and other third party. So I'm thinking they're doing a great job. I'm like, definitely when there are a ton of games with the NES, the Super Nintendo, 2 N64s with the mature stuff, the Game Boy Color and Advance, like in the Sega Genesis, there's a lot of retro stuff on there for games that just never got released or people don't even know about. So I think Nintendo's doing a great job. Yes, I know we wish they were more consistent, but I'm like, with the games that they put out, and with games from from Japan only and stuff, I think they're doing a great job.
Yeah, I gotta say I agree with Ed for the most part. I know in the beginning there was a lot of skepticism, or the price, even though I didn't think the price was that bad to begin with, but the price with the few games at the beginning. I mean, look at it now. I think over time they are building up a strong collection. And this is a personal selfish thing. I do wish that they cared a bit more about the announcements, because I feel like 99% of the time it doesn't even make a direct anymore. They're just like at 9 a.m. in the morning on a weekday, oh, here's like another random game. I mean, maybe it's not a priority, but I'm just saying it would be nice if they're just like made a little bit of a deal out of it. But I don't know. We'll see what's next.
Yeah. Give us some of the Japan and that's what games that we don't get. Because sometimes they be like on the Nintendo Direct, they be like, coming to NSO, we'll see what we get for America. And then Japan and NSO get some bomb games. I'm just like, I want that. Send it to me, Nintendo.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, like, I think you gotta think of all the extra stuff it gives you too, right? Like, not just the retro games, but like the expansion packs to some of the
Yes.
games. And I mean, Nintendo Music, I think, is a big addition.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to buy those controllers if you want them, right? I mean, I know it's kind of like a side thing, but I think having, like, when we played Ocarina of Time for book club last year, like having that N64 controller was kind of really nice to play with, because it felt like I
Yes.
was, not having to guess which button was mapped where, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so that was really nice to have. I think what you're going to see moving forward is Nintendo try to go to other like Sega, for example, either Saturn or Master System, or even more Genesis stuff, or even Game Gear stuff, right? Sega CD. I mean, it depends on how emulation is for those consoles, right? But I think you're going to see that. I think you're going to see them maybe try to pull in TurboGrafx 16 again, maybe some Neo Geo something or other. I don't know. I think you're going to start seeing stuff like that. But overall, I think the service is awesome. I think, the problem is that the games that were really popular, like Castlevania and Mega Man and stuff, like those games all have collections, and they're selling those, right? They're still making money on selling those collections. So I don't think you're ever really going to see those games on there, right? They're just going to be part of these
Yep.
collections that you can buy. So Nintendo's kind of limited to the first party stuff. And I mean, as great as their first party is, like, still limited in that capacity. So they're not going to go out and create new NES games, although that'd be kind of cool if we got like Super Mario Brothers 4 or something. That'd be cool. Oh man, how cool would that be, Ed, if we got Super Mario Brothers 4 in the style of Mario 3?
Oh man.
Anyways, we can't.
Where can I deposit my coins?
Switch 2 just has a credit card reader right on the front of it. Swipe here, please.
Oh, which we didn't talk about Japan eShop not taking American credit cards. No.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't live in Japan.
Anywho.
Hey guys, guess what? Japan is stopping taking payment from other countries for their eShop. There you go.
Shucks.
All right, that's it. We're done. Let's go home.
Hey.
We did it.
All right.
That was fun, guys.
Thank you, Stephanie, for joining us. Yes.
Call us mushrooms because we're fun guys. Huh.
Oh, well, hopefully I'll be able to join at a more I almost said frequent rate.
Sounds like a Mega Man 8 first take. Dr. Wiley.
Well, Stephanie, I'm gonna start with you. Any final thoughts?
Just this is going to be yet another wonderful year of talking about video games. And I'm just really looking forward to it. And yeah, just let's enjoy the time that we have on this earth, doing the things we love to do.
Man.
Yeah.
Corey, any final thoughts?
I mean, now the bossy's over, I can play some games. No, I just think this isn't a political statement, everybody, but I think I think this year is going to be about supporting each other and helping us move forward and helping everybody succeed in the ways they want to succeed, and being there for friends and being there for loved ones. And I think people struggle in different ways and people have successes in different ways, and I think we should celebrate the successes and be there for our friends when they are struggling. And
We're here.
that's
yes,
I know somebody's going to take that as a political statement. It's not. It's a generic be a good person statement. So
Right. And even if it was taken in a political way, it still applies the right way. So it doesn't, whatever. But I got you.
yeah. Well, you know how the internet is, and everything's got to be political now. You know.
Well, for me, everybody, for whatever weekend that's coming up, or whenever you hear this podcast, do take time for yourself. Play some games. Enjoy what you love playing. Go out, read, exercise. Do something for your mental health. I know things are crazy at this time. It's going to continue to be crazy. But take some time out for yourself. Check out some new video game podcasts or entertainment podcasts. Go out, explore, have fun connect with friends or family that you haven't talked to and stuff in a while. Like catch up and just celebrate. Do something good for yourself and make sure that it is positive. And if you can do that also for other people, do that too. Just take good care of yourself and your mental health. Because things going to continue to get wacky schmacky, and we gotta just carry on. I can say
carry on my way. No, okay,
absolutely.
Pass. Don't want to get copyright strike.
Well, thank you for watching or listening to this episode of Nintendo Pow Block. You can catch new episodes Monday on your podcast service of choice, on YouTube, or on our free Patreon tier. Remember, if you're watching the video, subscribe on YouTube, like the video, and leave a comment. If you're listening, leave us a rating and a nice review. Get the show ad-free along with other perks like early access to a special pass, video game book club, become a Patreon producer, exclusive content, and more by heading to our Patreon at patreon.com/Boss Rush Network. Follow us at Boss Rush Network and at Pow Block Podcast on all major social media platforms, including Blue Sky. Find all of our content, including reviews, daily banters, features, and more on our website at bossrush.net. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Woohoo!
Bye.
Goodbye. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.